Hello everybody, my name is Shortland614 and I know we just got done with a TF2 stream that was only an hour long, but I still want to do some shit tonight. I literally just got this idea like 5 minutes ago, so why not go ahead and, make it a reality. A long ways away back. So long that I can't even remember which map do we need? I always forget. Is this the one with the space station, which I never did anything with? Yeah, okay. I might come back to that some other day. However, what do I want to do? Well, it's kind of in the title. I want to build... Am I even in the right thing? Wait, hold up. I want to build a station around Minmus. Around this boy right here. And the reason why I want to build a station around Minmus is a long time ago, I don't even know when, they added the ability to mine ore and refuel. This is like 2 or 3 years ago at this point, by the way. And I remember there was a series about how to make a I can't even remember who it was from, about how to make a refueling station in around Minmus. So we're going to do that today. This is indeed the Delta 3 save. We will come back to that eventually, probably some other day. However, this will involve, I guess in this one, we're going to start the, what are we going to do? We're going to build ourselves a launcher, obviously. And we're going to build ourselves a little probe to go out and go into a polar orbit around Minmus and start to, look for shit. I need this, the survey scanner. It'd also be nice if we could get a narrowband scanner as well. Actually, you know what we can do? Where is it? It's here. We can use some of these hinges from the Breaking Ground DLC. And where does this go? Oh, it does, that's what it does. Okay. So I might need something that's a bit bigger. I don't know exactly what I need here. I don't know. Maybe we can just, like, shove that in on the side. What are these? Turbo shaft engines. Those are for helicopters. Rotation servo. Those things just rotate. Heavy rotor. I don't know. So, that's our probe. It needs some RCS. It needs a docking port. Because way ways back, when of course I did that on stream, of course, when I did that space station, like Mun's space station thing, and then, I don't know what happened to it. I think the save file just kind of deleted, or I think I changed computers but never bothered to transfer it over. I don't know what happened. I built a space station around the Mun, right? And I don't think I did anything with, the what's it called? The resource extraction side of it. We need solar panels. Lots of solar panels. Well, we can get these things. That's way too big. And don't these go? Yeah, they extend out like that. That's actually perfect. Target extension. Yeah, extension. Yeah, we're gonna have to limit that. Let's see. Let's go down onto the sides. Because yet again, Breaking Ground's another thing I haven't really messed with all that much. So, let's see. I wasn't expecting to do a KSP stream tonight, actually. Gigantor solar arrays. Actually, you know what we can do? I have an idea. To make this incredibly compact, so we can fit it easily into a fairing, let's get these two guys out, and then on top of that, we can then put one of these. Or, I don't know. These would have to be upside down. Or would they? Traverse rate. I don't know. Is that the one that I need? So maybe it would be... I don't know. So like 90 degrees, and then you rotate these, and you stick them close to the, like, right there. Or you stick them on the very end. Like that. And then what you can do... This is a lot of weird robotic stuff that I haven't tried out, so... Then you rotate that to be like that. Then you angle that in, kind of. Conrail, hello. How would you... Because I'm just trying to figure out how can I make something. Maybe it's like that. Oh, I see how you would make this. Or do I? Okay, I see how. So you get rid of these, and you just attach them to the side. So you rotate that up. Or pull up. Keep those up like that. Payload, aerodynamics, coupling. Where's it under? Structural? Robotics, yeah, probably that. You take one. Let me zoom in. Oh, I can't. And then what you do is you rotate it, and then you move it over. Perfect, perfect. See, we're getting somewhere with our insane robotics probe. Like that, you move that out slightly so it's not like clipping into it. And then what you do is you put these on the end. Oh, I can't see all that well. Or, hold up. Structural. Where's like the little... There's something here that I need. Robotics, coupling, payload coupling. It's like an 8-ball kind of thing. Like little attachment points. That's a... It's like the beam... I don't know what's called. Utility, cargo, science, comms, electric, aerodynamics. Why would it be under there? Payload, coupling. It's not like a coupler thing. Robotics. Here it is. The not Rockamax nodule thing. Or, actually, that doesn't work. Alright, put that on. Change it, I don't know, gold foil. Actually, no. And then... move that over. Yeah, it's perfect. And then what you can do is these will... Oh, I didn't think of that. Well, these can fold out like that. Yeah, they can like fold out like that, and then these... I want to do some robotic stuff with the probe, but I just... target. Is there a way for it to go the other way? I don't know. Maybe we can just use those as mounts and they don't do anything. Like, at that point, you're just better off attaching it directly to the side. Yeah, okay. No silly robotic stuff today, unfortunately. Thermal, electric. That already has a lot of battery. Command and control, yes. That's what we need. So, we're gonna put these on the bottom. And then what we're gonna do is I guess I will do some robotic stuff. So that's a big thing. These fold out, right? I mean, I could use those, but those are way too big. No, I can't. Never mind. Let's slap that on there. That's fine. Let's see. How's the audio, by the way? Is like the game volume too loud or anything? You know what? This could also act as a relay as well. Yeah. So let's move the pod controller over. So, communication. One of you can be like this. And then you'll go out like that. Or target extension, yeah. And then the other end will be a relay. say, that big of a relay. It's already looking to be a big probe. I don't want it too big, though. I don't know. Let's go back to that robotics thing real quick. Because... So... Angle limit... Okay, hold up. I might have found a solution. To our solar panel problems. So, it's like that, right? It's like this thing. Like that. If we put it up like this, this will go down. It'll be, yeah, there we go. There we go. We did it, boys. Except we have to do it on the, like, the flat sides. That's fine. Okay. I just want to get the probe up there tonight. Not really do anything else. I just want to get this up there real quick so we have something to, like, work on, something to do. And I'll try to, I want to get this done because I need a big project, frankly. And then, so it's like that. Yeah, so like it can go out like 90 degrees, like that. And then target extension all the way out like that. Yes, and then we can put the solar panels, and then on one side that leaves us room for our like some science stuff. We only need one pod controller. That leaves us room for like a relay on one end, a communication on another end, and some other stuff. Okay, so target angle up. Target extension. And then where's the solar panels? There they go. Okay. So we got our probe. I'm going to use that a lot on the future station, all that robotic stuff. Because I know there's ways you can now like make robotic arms. Like really complicated robotic arms. There we go. Okay. So, we'll put everything in storage first, like in storage mode, and then we can see how we can narrow band scanner. This only works, it's limited to the spot directly below the scanner, which means that a polar orbit is perfect, because this thing needs to go in a polar orbit. That is also incredibly big. Is there another way we can store that? What is Control-Alt? Yeah. Hold up. I might be able to do another one of these. There we go. There we go. That's perfect. And then that can retract out as well, and then we'll have, on the other end, we'll have a communications dish or something. I don't know. And that means we can get everything we want into this probe. Which is perfect. You know what, just in case, I'm gonna add some more batteries. So, like... Oh, yeah, that's another... It's like 20,000. That should be enough. So you got a little bit of propulsion, you got a docking port, which I like to put on all of these just in case we ever need to visit this. We need communications in order to send this back. So... what we need is obviously we need a communications dish. Which, is that too big? 100G, 15G, 2G. 100 seems good. And then, I don't know, on the upper stage we might put like a relay or something. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hold up. On the upper stage we might put a relay just in case. Because we are going to need some... Eventually, we're going to need some relays. Okay. That's it. Let's see what it's like all extended out. Target angle is 90. And then that can just... I don't think that really needs to be pushed out. That can be 90 as well. Extend solar panels. And then, I mean, while we have it here, we might as well push them out. Oh, that's gonna... I might need another one for this as well. We got our nice, our kind of insane looking probe. That's fine. 2 snap angle. And then on one end we'll modify it so it's, you know, the right, the correct thing. Okay, so, you know, we have the antenna on there. So that's our probe. I'd say we did a pretty good job on it. That didn't actually take long. So this is what it's gonna look like while it's in orbit. And I always like the idea of these things being banned, but like there's no point to it, so Anyways, retract the panels, retract everything. Target extensions can go in. These can fold up like that. Oh, damn it, I took these off. Okay, that sucks. That's fine. Okay, there we go. And then traverse rate, no. Target angle. There we go. So yeah, that's our probe. It's all folded up. I'd say it looks very good. Now we just need to make the launcher for this, and considering we're going all the way out to Minmus, we're gonna need a big one. So, we're going to call this Minmus. Minmus polar probe. Minmus polar probe. Correct. And we're gonna put a second stage. We're gonna get ourselves. Where is it? This is gonna be a 2.5. At 2. Build fairing. Now it is gonna need to go out a little bit. However, not as much as it normally would, because we have these things which can now fold out. That's too close. It needs to go out a little bit more. Yes, there we go. Hello, feller. Hello, Brandon. Tomorrow will be the Minecraft stream. We did a TF2 stream, but it was kind of boring and no one showed up. So now I'm doing Kerbal Space Program because why not? That looks all good. Now I need, for this, I need remote guidance unit. I need... that also means I need, yeah. Where is it? Control. Where's control? Am I blind? Command and control, here we go. And we're gonna put one of these on there. And what kind of engine? Skipper. Make that orange. Rip, nice. Yeah, okay. That's all good. And, actually, one thing we need to do are the action groups. So, enable... Actually, no. If we can just disable that. Custom 1 is gonna be deploy... Scanner, extend solar panel, deploy scanner, extend antenna, toggle hinge, set maximum angle. Yeah, set maximum angle, extend piston, Now, I'm going to test this out real quick. Delta 3 is already on the pad, sure. I'm going to test this out real quick to see if this works, because, like, this is my first time using all the robotic stuff, so, really my first time. Okay, then. I didn't mean for that to happen. Okay. So clearly we have to mess around with some values and change some shit. Angle limit. Can I set it to 90 degrees? Yeah, 90. Won't let me set it on a... It's a hydraulic cylinder. Oh. There... Wait, hold up. Alligator hinge. Set it to 90. Okay. This should work now. Instead of it going all insane and folding into the spacecraft itself. Oh, the solar panels broke. Maybe we should turn the clamshell on. Yeah, there we go. Instead of it, you know, the fairing being in like 20 pieces and then... 3, 2, 1. There we go. That's more safe. And now... Oh, that looks cool. That looks cool. Okay. Okay, that's great. We got our probe, we got our upper stage at least. Fucking vernier. I thought that's a vroomer. It's the vroomer engine. I don't know. We're gonna put 2 of those down there. We're gonna put 2 of those up here. And solar panel. I'm just gonna put 4 of those here. Yeah, that works. Okay. So that's that. Now we just need a first stage, and that's gonna be pretty easy. Stack decoupler. Stack decoupler. That's too big. That's also too big. That's fine. And now we're gonna need more of these tanks. We're gonna need like these tanks. Yeah, there we go. And then we can just put, I don't know, mainsail. And obviously I want this to, you know, get kicked away once it's all done. So we'll add some Sceptrons. I love these. The Sceptrons are probably my favorite thing in the game. I remember what I used to do a lot is I used to try there's something called hot staging, where you actually light the second stage before before the first stage burns out. The Russians do this a lot in their rockets. I used to make a long time ago with like radiator panels. I'd make like inner stages and have it hot stage. Maybe we'll make one of those again eventually. We could have SRBs, the Thoroughbred. It's a Norfolk Southern SRB, I assume. I don't know. Fins. We can just put these on here. And then what I can do on the side. Where's coupling? There it is. Hydraulic detachment manifold. These things. And then what I can do is I can put those on the side. I guess we're kind of making a Delta 4-ish type rocket. Actually, if we're making a Delta 4-ish type rocket, might as well make everything orange. Because, you know, hydraulics. That actually doesn't look all that good. Like the white with the orange upper stage. It doesn't matter. Like, Typically, I read somewhere that it's orange, it's cryogenic. Using cryogenic fuels, but I don't know how true that is. I mean, if we are making basically Delta 4, we would be using cryogenic fuels. Fuels that you can basically store, ones that don't... Because, like, rocket fuel normally will burn off. Well, it really depends. Cryogenic basically means you need to make it frozen solid if you don't want it to burn off. That's the incredibly simple way of describing that. And then... And then we'll put a cap, or what's it called? Yeah, these. Those are some pointy side boosters. I don't like the look of that. Looks dumb. There we go. That looks better. And then copy that over. Struts, and then we'll add fuel. Yeah, struts are fine. They're like, hey, you want your rocket to work properly? Like, I hate how, like, the struts aren't, like, perfectly straight, so what I tend to do, I remember in, like, way back when, in this game, what you'd have to do is the linkage, like the connections between, like, especially like these 64 fuel tanks, these jumbo 64 fuel tanks, which now they aren't so big because, you know, we have like this, we have like 5-meter stuff. These are massive, so that name probably needs to be changed. But these first were released. I remember I got Kerbal Space Program when it was in 0.17, like 3 or 4 years ago. No, 4 or 5 years ago at this point. Jesus. And these were the biggest tank. And they only came in orange. However, when you put these together, your rocket would, like double-heading them like this, your rocket would tend to wobble. But someone found out. I don't know who. Someone, but I learned it from a Scott Manley video. You would put, like, these octagonal struts, and then you would, like, take the normal strut and strut them together, and that would fix the problem of it wobbling. They eventually fixed it, so no one does that nowadays, because it's dumb, but... or when we made fairings weren't in the game, so you either had to install a mod or make one out of structural panels, and those were the days. And then eventually the radiators came along, and people made fairings out of radiators and all that, and just the stuff that people like. I'm glad that Kerbal Space Program has added more parts over time because it makes stuff easy to build, but like it's gotten easier to build stuff, like super complex stuff. I don't know. I could harp on about what I like to call old KSP all day. Old KSP basically being anything before 1.0 came out. Or anything before beta. Beta was like 2 or 3 updates. I still miss old KSP. I mean, there's still remnants of it still around. Like, that's before it became really popular, when it was still kind of a niche thing. I mean, I'm glad this game has gotten as popular as it, you know, is. You know. But I will still wear the badge of honor of being I guess you could say a KSP semi-veteran. I got this game 0.17. Whenever 0.17 came out... Hold up. It was in 2012. I got this game in 2012, 2013. It was so different back in the day. You could hardly recognize it now. But I do, so... And then if you're a real KSP veteran, if you remember, like, 0.13, my first mission in this game, they used to have it... I don't know if they still have it now, but they used to have a demo version that you could play and see if you wanted the game was good enough. And it was based... The demo... the first update you had to pay for was 0.14. Before that, it was free. And when 0.14 came out, they made a free demo that was 0.13. And until, like... It was just 0... The demo, the old demo, it was basically 0.13 where like everything was different. I remember I put the most basic rocket you could think. I put a capsule with a solid rocket booster. Where was it? What specific solid, like this specific type of solid rocket booster, which looked completely different, because everything looked completely different. And I launched it, I pressed space, I launched it, I got scared, I immediately deployed the parachute as well. Although one thing where the model hasn't changed is the arrow spike, although the arrow spike used to be straight up overpowered. Yeah. Think about it, the nuclear engine really hasn't changed all that much since it was introduced. A lot of stuff has changed. I remember when the Rapiers came out, that was a big deal. And ion engines, and docking, oh yeah. And rovers and all that. Anyways. As I said, I could go on about old KSP for a long, long time. However, everyone has left the building, so I don't want to bore you all. And I recommend, if you have some interest in this game, or you watch me play it, go back and look at those old versions. I still do sometimes. Reminisce, watch old videos. If there was something from 3 years ago, or 4 or 5 years ago that you miss about a game, go back and watch some videos. Hell, the versions, the old versions. I think we're about ready to go. I don't know how well this rocket is going to perform, although what I will do is I will thrust. How much TWR does this thing have? Altitude, sea level. That's delta V tools. There's TWR somewhere, thrust to weight ratio. Basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. If your rocket's too heavy and you don't have enough, if your engines don't produce enough thrust, then you can't go anywhere. It needs to be over 1. That's the manual. Engineer's report. Am I blind or something? Messages. Pressure. It's delta V. That's specific impulse. I don't really care about that. Start mass, end mass, burn time. Ah, here it is. Okay. Actually, what is the IS? Specific impulse, delta V. Yeah, we have way more than enough. And not to mention, this is like, if you do everything completely correctly, we're gonna have a lot of fuel left over. A fair amount. And we can use this launcher for other stuff as well. Thrust. So, TWR is all we really care about, so... So... 1.31, that's good. That's actually really good. Thing is, you don't want it too fast, and you don't want it too, you know, if it's under 1, you're fucked, basically, and if it's, like, over 2, then you have a really fast rocket. Although, the faster you go and the lower in the atmosphere you are, the more fuel you waste. It's weird. Rockets aren't measured in fuel. They're measured in delta V, which is basically gas mileage. It's like, well, I can move this much. I can, this is how much I can go with this stage. It's kind of a weird way to measure stuff, but it works. It works. Launcher. with launcher. Okay. Save game. We will go and launch. Let's go, boys. Now, the main question is Minmus in the right place? Yeah, roughly. I mean, I could probably do a direct burn to it, but eh. Let's send her to Mars. Well, Mars in this game is called Duna because all the plants are named differently. I'm sending her out to Minmus, which is this place out here. I don't know. Kerbin, which is basically Earth, and you have the moon, or the Mun, which is the Mun, which is the moon. But this version of Earth has a second moon called Minmus, which is even smaller and even farther away, and that's where we want to go because it has the resources. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And we have liftoff. Liftoff of whatever the fuck this is named. Minmus scanning probe. We're gonna put this in a polar orbit. And of course, if the rocket fails to function properly. This is incredibly simple. It should not have any problem. Oh, I can't throttle down. And begin the gravity turn. Well, she has a lot of gimbal. Gimbal is basically how much can your rocket engines move around. Now, for those of you who don't know, the reason why I'm doing this, as you go up into space, you have to curve over. And the reason why is because the planet is rotating this way. It is rotating to the right. And you can get, if you just go straight up, you're not going to go anywhere. It's just going to come straight back down. So you need to go over to the side to get into an orbit because the orbit also goes right. And instead of going straight up and then as soon as you reach the top, you just burn right. If you do this, you can basically get some free speed. Saves on fuel. It's actually doing pretty well so far. Just kind of let it sit and do whatever, you know. I should probably have like Kerbal Engineer installed and stuff like that. Thing is, I want to put her into a 100 kilometer by 100 kilometer orbit. Oh, wait. No, I don't have Kerbal Engineer installed. And those side boosters, they're going to cut out. There they go. And we stage them. And, well, there they go. And they're going to go back down and die a fiery death. And how far are we up? 53 kilometers? 100 kilometers. Yeah, considering this game was originally made in Mexico, it's in kilometers. Eh. Anyways, time to... I'm gonna quick save. Time to deploy the fairing. Up. Up. It kind of got stuck. Did anything break? Appears not. Okay, that's fine. We have more than enough fuel. It just when we start sending heavier stuff out there than using this rocket. Huh. So we're gonna start the burn very slowly. And Oh, we may have started that a bit too late. It's fine, though. We pitch up a little bit. Yeah, the thing is, you can't let this go too far. Your apoapsis is the highest point in your orbit. You can't let that get too far away from you when you're trying to actually get into orbit. Yeah, let's continue. Up. It's way too far ahead. I should really have... Kerbal Engineer is a mod that kind of helps you with, like, orbits and calculating orbits and all that stuff. And, like, displays all your information up here. I should have it installed, but I just don't for some reason. 101 by 102. Perfect. So we are now in orbit, my friends. And, hey! Look who's there. It's, is it the upper stage? Switch 2. It's our Delta 3 dummy payload. I will come back to this eventually. I don't know. I did not even intend for that to happen, huh? Okay, switch 2. Now we have to start planning our burn out towards Minmus. Minmus is right here, set as target. I mean, I can... And then we're going to make a maneuver node, which will help us plot, basically, where we need to go in order to get out here. Nope, that's exiting the solar system. Minmus. That's coming in at a really weird angle. Oh, Brandon wants to... Oh, I turned on the engine by accident. Well, what we can always do is we can just get a close approach. And then, like, somewhere out here we can adjust it as well. That's fine. Up. Well, let's warp to our maneuver node. What? Brandon says what? Okay. Skipping time a little bit. 30 FPS here and 60 on the stream. Then watch the stream, you debile. Yeah, the Steam broadcaster is kind of a... How can I say it? Shit. I mean, it works. That can describe a lot of Steam features. It works. Okay. So we will begin our burn, I don't know, at 30 seconds. I just need to get into the rough ballpark of where we're going. I don't need to do it exact. Oh, we're not going to have enough. Well, begin. We're going to have to use that second stage. Nope, I don't want to modify it while I'm in the middle of... Here we go. And... that stage is going to cut out. Yep. Okay. get rid of that. And we're going to continue our burn until we get... Go, go, go. We can get a Mun assist. Well, we're not going to the moon. Or the Mun. Well, there we go. We got ourselves an encounter. This would actually send us right back into the atmosphere if we just skipped by it. Okay. So I'm gonna do another burn out here. Oh, I forgot we were going into a... We're supposed to go into a polar orbit. Damn it. Okay, never mind. We can still make the burn from all the way out here. Why? Kerbal, why are you fucking me up? Add maneuver. Okay. So that would be us coming in kind of over the North Pole. Yeah. 120 kilometers. Yeah. That's it. That's where we need to be going. And then once we'll make another burn to get back in. So let's warp to our maneuver node. Oh, we still have 28 minutes. First, let's like put ourselves in the right direction. Actually, another thing that I can do. Let's deploy the probe. Okay, now we're like getting power and communications and all that shit. 28. Just 28 minutes. It's 3 meters. We need 3 meters a second. There's 6. It's gonna take 0.4 seconds. Well. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, see where that got us. Somewhat. Hold up. I'll reduce it to like 2. Actually, you know what I'll do? Let's turn on that. Yep, directly over the pole. Perfect. Perfect. It's gonna take 10 days to get out here. Luckily, it's, you know, we can do the time warp thing. And we haven't actually been in... We're gonna be interrupted once we get, like... I might set up the relay satellites off stream. I don't know. Luckily, we are going to be over the poles for most of this, so it is going to be pretty simple. Now we just need to get ourselves into a capture orbit. And then we can do the adjustments there. The actual, you know, fine-tuning of the damn thing. this egg-shaped orbit that we're eventually going to get in. 2 more minutes to warp. Okay. Okay. Lines on screen. We are starting to slow down. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Now, I think I need to be in a 100 by 100 kilometer orbit. So what I'm going to do, 150 by 150 I think is what I need to be in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust our orbit a little bit. Begin. Just continue burning. 150 by 150 should be fine. Yeah, 148, good enough. We just need to get into the general range, and then the actual satellite, the probe itself, has its own propulsion that we can use to fine-tune everything. So War is back playing TF2. Up. Okay. Now, the good thing about a polar orbit is polar orbit's obviously pretty self-explanatory. It's just us orbiting around the poles. It means that if we were just to go along the equator, we would only, the land beneath us, we could only map out the land beneath us around the equator. The good thing about a polar orbit is you can map out all of it because the planet's rotating a certain way, or the moon, or whatever. It's rotating a certain way, and you're going, you know, around here, so you'll eventually get all the planet. That's good enough. Okay. So I think it's time to uncouple the probe. Here we go. Our little boy over here, our gamer. And we're gonna fine adjust our orbit because it's almost where we want it. We need to bring our apoapsis down to 150 as well, so it's perfectly circular. (151 by 149). Close enough. Okay. I'm just saying screw it. We're going to point radial in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to toggle the overlay, form orbital survey, resource. So this map shows us where all the ore is. Now the good thing about Minmus, and the reason why we came out here to do this, is because this is a lot of ore. The Mun does not have, everywhere it's pink there's ore. The Mun does not have that much ore. it's basically a entire thing. CurbNet biome lowlands. Let's see. Let's orbit around for a little bit. Okay, the ore seems to be pretty... When it's there, there's a lot. Which is good. Okay, so... I want to land somewhere flat. The problem is... Where it's flat, there's not that much ore. Well, the thing is... there's a lot right here. Okay, hold up. Preferably it's somewhere along the equator, although it's not necessary. So, like... Somewhere where there's a lot of ores on the equator. That would be a tough spot to land for. That, yeah, I think we can land for that. So, we're obviously not going to land today. Because, frankly... this... does not have... Frankly, this cannot land. It just can't. It's not meant to land. However, next time, I don't know when that will be. I guess there's another perfectly... it's not going to be perfectly hourly long. We're going to send out a rover to start exploring this area down here. Where there is a lot of ore. Either... I might send two, actually. I might send one over here to explore, like, this area. Because that doesn't look flat, but it looks flat enough. Oh, my phone's at 15%. And that area is just completely flat. So... Okay. Let's switch back to the Minmus probe with launcher. And what we're going to do... So we're going to set this in the orbit where our space station's going to be. Which... that might be hard. I want it to be in a equatorial orbit, which means along the equator. So, cannot add maneuver... Oh, we're not in range. That's why. Or does this thing not... Does this thing not have... This thing doesn't have communication device. Oh. And the electric charge is completely run out. Wait, no. Yeah. So this thing is just kind of stuck. The solar panels are facing directly away from where I need them. Well, this is a dead stage. I was going to put this in the orbit where a space station was going to be, but a design flaw of mine is so I can't do that. That might be an interesting mission, like retrieving this thing, eventually. Because, actually, once we get our station up, one thing that I might do, I might send a crew or another probe out here to actually, hook up with this and take it back, because other than the communication and power flaw, it's a perfectly good stage. I mean, look how much fuel it has. Let's switch back to the other probe. I guess we need to change it now that it's Minmus Polar Probe. Let's do a quick save. Where is Minmus? Up there it is. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess this is another hour-long stream, so I guess the streams did come out to roughly 2 hours tonight. Thank you all for watching. Please, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think. Please wait, the next stream, I don't know when it will be. Well, I'm doing a Minecraft stream tomorrow, and I don't know, I might do another KSP stream tomorrow. I'm not too sure yet. Please join the Discord server, follow me on BitChute, all that other stuff. And, I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.